First of all, he told us that he wanted to build a house for himself, and in looking around in this area, he found that prices of the houses were way beyond his aspirations. So once the land was acquired, we then worked with him very closely, and we began to develop the brief. He wanted it to be contemporary, modern. He didn't want it to go down the route of replicating the Victorian properties in the local area. From that point, we suggested to him that one way forward would be to dig a basement, because we didn't feel that he would get 3 stories with ground, first and second floors. In previous examples, what we had done was put all the bedrooms in the basement and try to get as much natural daylight and sunlight down as possible, and that involves excavating a big light well and bringing light in from the top. So, and then the ground floor space, he wanted to have an open plan, living, kitchen, dining area. It's a compact space, but we were able to achieve that. The top floor is really a snug, and it's also the part of the house that maximizes on daylight, and it also maximizes on view, with the lower half of the house being quite private. We wanted the building design to be seamless with the interiors, and that meant using materials that we could work with both outside and then inside. Our client wanted a very minimal range of a palette of materials. The staircase, the floor material, polished concrete was one choice. We now have this resin finish, which is a beautiful monolithic finish. It's not everybody's cup of tea to have brickwork as an exposed material, but it's a very textured material. It can be a very beautiful material. It reflects the light. It's an interesting material to use, but it does impose its own difficulties. Using exposed brickwork inside doesn't give you any scope to run electric cables, for instance. You can do it, but you need to put them in protected cable ducts, and we knew where we were going to have the electrical sockets. What we've done is we put cable trays on the outside of the face of the brickwork, and the cables were then put in at early stages, and then we were able to just drill through and provide the sockets where we wanted the lighting or the switches. That is one of the issues that you will face as a self-builder. We also wanted to expose some elements of the structure, structural elements like the amazing cross-laminated timber roof beams. We were able to design and actually procure at not very much expense. I was surprised at the price that we were able to procure them for. You know, we could have just simply put timber joists in there and plasterboard ceiling. It probably wouldn't have been much cheaper, in actual fact. And the central tenet of the design is actually to bring in as much light as possible. And when you're working with a basement, it's never easy. So glass is a major feature, from full height glazed windows to the top skylights to glass in the floors, all with a view to maximizing the daylight and sunlight. So I think I'm pleased with the outcome of that. I think it works quite well in this house.